Hey everybody, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Crosstower Children's Church. I'm Billy once again, and I am super excited to be with you today, and we're going to talk about some ways that we can make God famous. Last week, Roman and Catalina shared the story of Joseph with us, and that was definitely from the best history book ever, the Bible. Thank you so much, guys.
Hi, Billy! Hey, Billy. You know what? I have a question this week.
Oh, we'll go right on ahead.
Well, we've been learning so much about how our attitude makes God famous. And it just got me thinking, when it was time for children's worship and all the kids were back in the children's worship room, I saw something that made me kind of sad.
Oh, in children's church?
Yeah. Well, we just finished our, prayer time. And the teacher tried to split us up into groups. And he gave us each a number, 1, 2, or 3, and then he told us to get into our groups. Well, some of the kids didn't like their numbers and just got into whatever group they wanted. And when the teacher noticed, he was like, well, why isn't anybody in their groups? And they weren't even listening. They were being so rude.
That sounds a little frustrating for the teacher.
Oh, I remember that day. He gave me a 3. Come on now, do you really expect me to sit with the 3s? I'm clearly a number 1. And Becky was in the 3s. Ew.
Frosty, I don't even know where to start.
Billy, that is not all. Every time the teacher started talking, the kids would start making these funny noises and distracting each other. Nobody could hear anything. When he tried to quiet everybody down, they just kept getting loud and wrestling.
I know, right? That was such a fun day. Once we got out of those silly groups, we were able to just play and have a good time. We didn't have to read or write or anything.
All right, guys. It sounds like the teacher probably had a really tough time that day, and that the children were even having a really tough time trying to be respectful.
No way! Nobody said anything mean to the teacher. We were all nice, I think. I couldn't really hear.
Well, Frosty, being respectful isn't just the words that come out of your mouth. It's so much more than that. It's your words and your actions, and whether you listen or not, and if you can follow instructions. It's just so much more.
But it's just children's worship. Aren't we just there to have fun?
Well, listen, we can have fun while we're doing it, but we're there to learn, and the teacher's there to share some of their knowledge with us. So we talked about respecting our parents quite a bit over the last few episodes, but it's just as important to honor all the other adults in our life as well. Let's see if we can find some scripture to help us talk through this and see how we can make God famous by respecting the adults around us.
Okay.
Sound good? All right. Okay, Bible. Why should we respect adults?
Turn to Ecclesiastes 3:7 and Hebrews 13:17.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start with Ecclesiastes. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. What was it? Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 7. Oh, wow. Frosty, I think this one's just for you. So the first part, there is a time for everything. This is verse 1. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. So here's 7, the one that the Bible app told us. There's a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak.
Okay, I get it. I guess it's not just playtime.
Right, but we do get times to play and jump around and talk with our friends, right?
Yeah, the teacher always lets us talk and say hi at the beginning of class. And then we get to sing, which is my favorite part. And then we get to jump around some more, and then we have a lesson, and we get to visit with our friends too.
Right, good, Frosty. The teachers of your classes have a super important job. Let's go to Hebrews 13:17. All right, let's see here. Obey your spiritual leaders and do what they say. Their work is to watch over your souls, and they are accountable to God. Give them reason to do this with joy and not with sorrow. Whew, man, that's a big one. I think we should break it down into littler pieces. So let's see here. First, it said, obey your spiritual leaders and do what they say.
I bet it was really hard on our teacher when the kids weren't listening, it kept talking and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And so the second part of it, their work is to watch over your souls, and they're accountable to God.
Whoa! That is a huge responsibility!
Man, you know what? I bet the teacher spends a lot of time getting those lessons ready. That is big.
Oh, even adults have homework?
Right. It is a big job. But they must love seeing you guys and growing closer to God after every lesson.
And what was that last part, Billy? Joy or something?
Yeah, so it said, give them a reason to do this with joy and not sorrow.
Oh, or like listening and not just making the teacher super frustrated. That sounds a lot like Matthew 7:12.
Oh, I know. Treat others the way you want to be treated. My mom says that all the time. Oh, wait a second. Well, I never really thought about the actual words. I guess I would want people to listen if I had spent time putting something together.
Yeah, like, when we were doing our presentations in front of our class and the kids weren't paying attention. You thought it was so frustrating. I remember how frustrated you were, Frosty.
Mm-hmm.
We have to think about others all the time. And we have to think about our responsibilities as it pertains to the gospel, right? The leaders and teachers of the church have so much responsibility and they care so much about us.
I think the Bible gave us some awesome scripture today, Billy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always think about how much our teachers do work for us and how much they really do care about us.
You're so right, Faith. I will definitely try harder to listen in Bible class, and maybe I'll even make the other kids do it too.
Oh, me too. I think I'm even going to give my teachers thank you notes. Thank you for caring about my soul.
Oh man, that is so cool. Great job, Faith and Frosty. It's so awesome to watch you listen to and just live out the scripture.
Yeah, I think that's awesome too. And now I want to go chase butterflies. Faith, you want to come?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, bye, Billy.
Thanks, Frosty, and thanks, Billy. Thank you for caring about us and our souls.
Of course. See you guys later.
Bye.
Wow, another great lesson today, right? I love when the Bible just speaks directly to us. If you have any examples of you or your friends living out the scripture, or really just doing anything awesome that shows people how great God is, let us know. We'd love to feature the story in an upcoming episode. Look in the description today. We have links for songs and coloring pages, and probably the coolest thing ever, it's a link to Unveiling Glory. They are the creators of Cat and Dog Theology. Check them out and think about supporting their ministry and maybe just buying one of their cartoon books. It is so great, and we're so thankful that they're helping us with this. Thank you guys for coming today, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
God made it all. God made it all. From the shortest short to the tallest tall, God made it